recap of one of the most embarrassing Chicago Bears games I've watched in many, many years. A 52-21 embarrassment, a joke in Detroit on Sunday afternoon. I'm David Kaplan. It's brought to you by our great partners at the Chicagoland and Northwest Indiana Chevy dealers. They are the official truck partners of the Chicago Bears. And Studio 41 Home Remodeling Showrooms, 13 locations, studio41.com. Folks, what we watched today was so indicting on every member of that organization. That roster, obviously not good enough. The offseason, absolutely not good enough. And it was a train wreck in Detroit to watch what we saw today. Let me take you through this, and I've got some real questions for the Bears up there. Like, any of your draft picks going to ever contribute this year? It's all brought to you by our great partners at Tasty Trade, stocks, crypto, futures, and options. Whatever you trade, you should do it at tastytrade.com. Well, let's talk about this. You got the ever-living you-know-what beaten out of you today. Your defense flat out quit in the second half. Your offensive line is a train wreck. False start, holding. False start, holding. That offensive line is awful. Absolutely awful. But let me ask you a question. You took Colston Loveland with the 10th overall pick. You had the Rams and others try to trade up to grab this guy. You know how many passes he caught today? Zero. You took Luther Burden and celebrated. Remember the footage from the draft room? Antoine Randall and the coaches go, yeah, we got him. Yeah, Luther Burden today, a non-factor. Ozzie Trapillo, a non-factor, did not dress. Shamar Turner did not dress. Last year's third-round pick, Karan Amagaji, did not dress. What are we doing here? What is going on? That team flat out embarrassed the city of Chicago today. You can lose. You can lose tough games. You're a civic embarrassment when you give up 52 effing points to that Lions crew, who's a good team. I'm not telling you that they're not. But what we watched today is an absolute travesty going on in Lake Forest, Illinois. Every single member of that organization should be embarrassed to put their gear on. Why I'm wearing the shirt? Because I'm a Bears fan. Because I'm a masochist. Because I'm so angry that I sit down with my son. I'm excited to watch the game. And that's the kind of effort you get. Again, you lose like a man. You get the living crap beaten out of you. You get punked. Please, what a freaking joke. And I'd love your thoughts. If you think I'm wrong, come tell me why right here on the channel. Because as I said, they're a civic embarrassment to the great city of Chicago. Let me take you through some of the things that I saw today that just made me want to puke. First of all, offensive line. You got a Braxton Jones face mask penalty, a Drew Dahlman holding penalty, a Jonah Jackson holding, a Jonah Jackson false start, a Darnell Wright false start. You had DeAndre Swift with a critical fumble. The Bears were driving. They were in the game in the first half. They're driving for a score. Fumble. Lions ball. You have third down and about a yard and a half. Sneak with Caleb Williams. Can't get it. We're going to go for it. That's 2 weeks in a row that you've gone for it on fourth down, and 2 weeks in a row that you absolutely didn't get it. Just kick the ball. Take the field goal or take the punt. Whatever it is, it's better than what we're watching. That's what I would tell Ben Johnson. Awful on every level. And it falls at the feet of Ryan Poles, Kevin Warren, George, and Ben. It falls at the feet of all of them. And of course, first and foremost, the players who embarrassed themselves today with some of the effort that I saw out there. The two quarterback sneaks, you can't hand a ball off on fourth down after the first quarterback sneak didn't work. Can't move the line that much to get it. But guess what? Whether you run the running back, whether you run the quarterback, You got to be able to pick up a freaking yard or you don't deserve to be in an NFL football game. That's my take on it. Caleb Williams had an interception in the first half. It was essentially a punt on 2nd and 32. That one didn't drive me crazy. You know what did drive me crazy? All day long, Jared Goff sat back there. No pressure. Montez Sweat is the most overrated player I have seen come to the Chicago Bears in a very, very long time. That guy's terrible. Now I know why the Washington Commanders said, oh, we'll take a second-round pick. You can have him. Guess what? That guy's awful. He makes no impact in a football game. Then Jalen Johnson makes a hell of a play, breaks up a pass intended for Amon-Ra St. Brown, and guess what? Looks like he's injured again, could not return to the game. Who knows how long he is going to be out for. This is going to go from pathetic to truly pathetic really quickly. Rome Odunze thought he played a good football game, had a couple touchdowns, but he also had a couple key drops. And that was when the game was still hanging in the balance. It turned out they didn't matter because you got the ever-living you-know-what beaten out of you, but you got to catch the football, son. I know you had 2 TDs. You got hit in the hands. You got to catch the football. 3 and out on the first possession of the second half after a false start on the first play of the second half. So you come out of the locker room and you false start on the first play of the second half. Yeah, that's a well-coached operation, Ben. That team's really disciplined. As I said, no pass rush. Braxton Jones had a horrific day at left tackle. Horrific. Horrible, horrible, horrible. So you got no pass rush. You got no left tackle. Apparently no right guard because Jonah Jackson looks awful. And then a deep touchdown with nobody covering him to Jamison Williams. Blowout city. I am so freaking mad because I so, like you, look forward to the Bears season, and I feel like it's over. 0-2. 0-2, and not even competitive? Good luck. I want to see who in this defensive backfield with no Jalen Johnson is covering next week. CeeDee Lamb, George Pickens. Good luck with that one. Our app player of the game, easy. Jared Goff, 23 of 28. May not even have to shower after this one because nobody touched the guy. 334 yards and 5 touchdowns. Dr. Pepper play of the game was the catch clock debacle at the end of the first half. The officials had to be better than that. The catch is made by Tesla. Hell of a play. Hell of a play. Goes up, pulls it down, lands in bounds, and the referee is standing, or official is standing right next to him. And he says he's out of bounds. Then they realize, oh, no. He's not. He's in bounds. So they roll 10 seconds off the clock, but instead, the clock should have kept running after the catch. They would have had to try with 6 seconds on the clock to scramble on and get themselves a field goal attempt. Instead, well, we'll roll 10 off the clock, we'll put it down there, and then they throw a pass and they get a touchdown. So you handed them 7 points. Not that it mattered in the end as badly as the Bears played. Our Chevy drive of the game is that drive. Your defense is pathetic, Dennis Allen. 8 plays, 76 yards, $153 to make it 28-14 at the half, and that was as competitive as it would get. Folks, I don't understand how a team can be that unprepared and that awful with the amount of money that they're spending. Think about what they're spending just on offense. DJ Moore, he won't be here next year. Good riddance. $27.5 million. Rome, the 9th pick. Let me ask you a question. Colston Loveland, you took with the 10th pick. He did not have a catch. Luther Burden, Ozzie Trapillo, Karan Amagaji. You took a punter with the 4th round pick a year ago. He doesn't seem to understand all the time that there's something called hang time. Everything we watched today indicted every member that calls that place up at Halas Hall their employer. Absolutely horrific today, and I'm so freaking mad that that's the crap that we have to watch. I cannot believe it. Let me give you the stat of the day. You'll love this one. 4 seasons, heating, air conditioning, plumbing, and electric. Stat of the day. 11 straight W's after a loss for Jared Goff. That ties Aaron Rodgers with that W. How about that? 11 straight. And I actually thought they had a chance. They had a chance today if they came in and took care of business to be right in the ball game. They got destroyed. They're a joke, and they're an embarrassment to the city of Chicago. I'll see you in the morning for Cap at J Hood, 6 a.m., full day, full calls. We'll take it all on ESPN 1000. Have a great rest of your night. My wife said, what do you want for dinner? I lost my appetite. I puked. Take that.